That's a wide body beat. That's a wide body beat. That's a wide body beat.
Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. And I remember a few days ago where I titled I put the title on the thumbnail. I was like, Miracle Needed. Okay. If there was anybody that prayed for a miracle or whatever you prayed for, I know I was doing a lot of praying during the game, and our prayers were answered in the form of the Carolina Panthers knocking off, well, not knocking off, but upsetting the number one seed in the NFC, formerly the LA Rams, 31-28 at the bank. Let me tell you, I got to get up here and eat a whole plate full of crow myself, because I got up here a couple days ago and said, we gonna get, we gonna get the crap beat out of us 48-13. I didn't have no faith. I didn't have any confidence. But this is just how this season has been. This has been just an up and down roller coaster season. Now, mind you, I'm glad. I'm glad that the Panthers won. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm even more happy we got a bye week. So at least, for 1 week, we do not have to, it's like, oh, we win this week, oh, we lose this week. I'm hoping that they can do something during this bye week, figure all this stuff out, and hopefully we come out and string a couple wins together in a row after next week. Okay. But for those of y'all that are already in, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. All right, still on my way to my goal of 2,000 subscribers. You can catch me on all social media at Armchair GMCJ. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. But I got my big cuz here. The couch scout extraordinaire, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, Mr. Blue Velvet himself. What's up, Tone?
Hey, I can't be loud and ignorant right now because the wife sleeps. So I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let that go. What up, cuz? What's good?
Hey, look, I gotta I think next time I'm gonna change up the Blue Thunder. I'm gonna get some sounds of some thunder going on in the background when I introduce you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Just because you said don't do that, I'm gonna do it. you know
Well,
I
it was
am.
nice talking to y'all. This is gonna be my last live with Carolina Armchair CJ, and yeah, I was want to say thank you.
Hey man, tell me your thoughts on the game, man. Tell me, what.
Hey,
are you ready for this roller coaster to level off yet?
Yeah, been ready for it. But yeah, I gotta eat some crow with you too, because we both gave our score predictions for the game, and I predicted that the Rams will win 31-14. So yeah. And I was glad that I had to eat that crow. You know what I'm saying? But
you tell me. Yeah.
I also prayed, and my prayers were answered. The bad weather came in the second half. It didn't rain as hard as I wanted to, but it was still raining. And the defense, because we had so many injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Ivero had them boys playing much better than I expected. I ain't gonna lie. They played much better than I expected. Even though Los Angeles moved the ball at will, they moved the ball up and down the field, but there were critical plays that were made that was advantageous for us. The pick six, the other interception that ricocheted off of Derek Brown helmet, and
Mm-hmm.
Nick Scott recovered it. There was some other crucial third down plays that were made. There was some drops that was made on their end, and
Mm-hmm.
we offensively we stuck to what we do best at this moment, and that is run the ball. You know, we heard Dave Canales, take the blame and and say it was
As he
my
should have.
fault. I should have ran the ball more against San Francisco. All Panther Nation saw it. The beat writers, the fans, everybody knew that he abandoned the run in that game. So what did he do
Mm-hmm.
this game? He came out and there were 35 runs, 18
Yeah.
for 17 for Chuba, and then you want to throw in Bryce 5 carries. That's
20
40.
something yards.
Yeah, that's 40 carries. So we
Mm-hmm.
stuck to it, and that opened up an efficient passing game. Nothing big, but everything clicked when it needed to click. We hit on our big plays when we needed to hit on our big plays, and that to me that was what won the game. You know what I'm saying? Playing complementary football. Like I stated on the podcast earlier this week, if the run game is hitting, you want the passing game to complement it. If the passing game,
Mm-hmm.
you want the run game to complement it. So that's like that even balance. And it don't have to be 50-50. It could be 60-40, wherever have you. But one needs to complement the other. And that's what we saw. We had a balanced offensive game plan, So yeah.
Facts. Facts. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let me get into some comments here. All right. I think that's T Green. What's going on with you, bud? How you doing? It's crazy, and I don't know because for me, the ads have changed. I know a lot of y'all buy um the what's in the at name now, but it's like your YouTube name, like what would be a channel name, doesn't show up in the chat anymore. Everybody's at name shows up. So forgive me
Mm.
if I say that and I don't. It's a you're someone that I've called something else before, but for me, I don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened. I don't know what YouTube changed. I don't know if it's a setting I need to go on YouTube and change, but I'm gonna figure it out here in the next couple of days. But what's going on with you? Let me see. Tony said victorious. Yes. He said just staying warm, basically. I feel you, boy. Let me say it was a brisk one in Charlotte today. God almighty. Ooh. It's supposed to get
Yeah.
even worse tonight. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I
The
don't know nothing
car
about that
wreck.
cold weather over here.
Boy, hey, boy, I know. Boy, I
Yeah.
know, man. Panther Pickle, what's going on, man? Said keep pounding. Aaron said, I pray we win every game remaining on the schedule. You and me both, man. You and me both. SC Panthers, boy, what's going on with you? What's up? Anthony Brown, what's up, man? How you doing? Nella's Laser in Design, not Tony, still up.
Yeah. Hey, Nella. I don't know why I'm up out here in these streets, but yeah, the kid's still up.
Hey, man, look, we got stuff to talk about today. Boy, not when that phone rang, I was like, oh. And it's crazy. That's the first I said, you still up? Oh, Tyrone said,
Yeah.
keep pounding, man. Be Amos. So what up, CJ and Mr. Six in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Be Amos, my man. What's good with you?
Supernova Moore. Good evening, fellas. How you doing, Mr. Moore? The card said the Saints game will tell me what I need to know. If they can handle the Saints decisively like they should, then I'm confident with the other 3 games. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Um, Feels good to be in December and having something other than the draft to look forward to. Facts.
Amen.
Facts. What's going on, Jizzo?
Amen.
Ooh, boy, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I know it's not any of my biz, but I missed the creations, LOL. Laser and design don't hit the same. All right, I'm going to take that off
Oh,
the
he talking.
screen.
He talking.
Yeah, look,
It's too late. She done saw
I'm
that.
gonna yeah, I'm gonna take that off the screen. I'm gonna keep on going with the presentation. Look, she
Let
know what
them
I'm
do with
talking
that.
about. Hey, But speaking of shout outs to everybody, I wanted to say shout out to all of my co-GM members and my front office members. As always, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Whether you were gifted a membership, whether you re-up every month, I appreciate all the love and support. And I hope and pray I do enough on this channel to continue to encourage you to continue to re-up with me. And again, I just want to make sure I let everybody know thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, cuz let's go ahead and get on into this. And before hold on, wait a minute. Let me do this before I forget. Let me go ahead and drop the link. All right. If anybody wants to come up here and chat with us about I got a feeling it's going down in the chat, but I can't see it just yet. Hold on.
No, I'm laughing at Diggy. Diggy said I
Oh.
gave a eulogy, put the Panthers over the top.
Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see.
I
Oh,
forgot
here
all
we
about
go.
I forgot all about that.
Oh God. He said, Miss Nella, it's all me, Ella. Please don't hurt CJ. St. Mark 197. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, St. Mark? What's good?
Says she going to block him. Tony's eulogy put the Panthers over the top. Thanks, Tony. You the man.
Hey,
Said you should
trying to do it for the people.
You sound like CJ when I first changed. That's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Rock Jones, what's going on with you?
What up, Rock?
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, cool beans, boy. The car, you crazy. You gonna get me hemmed up here, man.
Smooth hemmed up.
Hey, Vietnam, what's going on with you, big dog? How you doing, man? Appreciate you stopping
What's up,
through.
Vietnam? What's good?
Okay, so all right, the yardage from the game, all the key stats here. All right, so of course, Panthers won 31-28. All right, game leaders, we had Matthew Stafford, 18 to 28, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Okay, this man hadn't thrown an interception in what, 340 something pass attempts, and had 2 in the first half against the Panthers. All right, Bryce Young was 15 for 20, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0. All right. Rushing yards, Blake Corum, 7 carries. 7 carries for 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Chuba Hubbard led the way of the day, 17 carries for 83 yards. And he had a receiving touchdown of about, 35, 36 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was
All right.
35 yards. Yeah.
Okay. Receiving yards, Mr. Smith from the Rams, 3 receptions for 82 yards. He had a lot of catches, a lot of deep catches downfield, and I was just like, yo, I'm sitting there like, come on, man. And, you know me, Tony. You know what I was saying. It damn zone. I'm sitting like, don't get out this goddamn zone. But that's another story for another slide. For us, we had Jalen Coker, 4 receptions, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown where he drug old buddy in the end zone with him. I loved it. You see, Braden Fisk had 1 sack. Derek Brown had 1 crucial sack on Matthew Stafford that we'll get into here in a minute. All right. You had Landman for the Rams, 8 total tackles, 3 solo. And Ransom for us had 11 tackles, 2 solo. Man, let me tell you, when I say Latham Ransom was out there trying to end Kyron Williams' afternoon on that one drive, I think it was like 3 plays in a row, at least 2. He lit Kyron Williams up. Oh, I mean, like one time he literally almost flipped him all the way over. And it was crazy. And then after that play, he limped off to the sideline. I'm just like, yo, but he said he had a little bit of an ankle issue. And then he came back in the game. Team stats. Okay, so the Rams outpaced us not by much. Okay, what is that? 21 yards. They had 379, we had 358. Big one right here. They had 3 turnovers and we had 0. Okay. And unlike last week, where the 49ers had 3 turnovers and we got 3 points off of it. Okay, this week, the Rams had 3 turnovers. We did get 7 points off of, but I will say that we took advantage of 2 of these turnovers, unlike we did last week. Okay. And Will, I see you in the backstage for a second. Let me finish this because I got this full screen right now. 22 first downs for the Rams, 17 for us. They had 1 penalty for 5 yards, and we had 7 for 70. Okay. Again, the penalties are extremely lopsided, not in our favor here in the last few games. Third down, stat I love right here. They were 2 for 5. We were 7 for 15. All right. Fourth down, 3 for 3, y'all. 3 for 3 on fourth down. And two of them bad boys was touchdowns. All right.
Yes,
Two of them.
sir.
Right. Slung them. Coca caught one and Ted caught the other one. Time of possession. And right here. And this is a lot. This is key. Okay. A lot of people don't really, I say a lot of people don't really appreciate the time of possession. But for this offense and this team and how we want to win games, we need to keep the ball out of the hands of opposing quarterbacks as much as possible, especially Matthew Stafford. Could you imagine if this was reversed and they had the ball for 35 minutes? We had it for 24. Let me tell you, that probably would not be 31 to 28 up there. Okay.
No,
So
sir.
shout out to the Panthers offense for grinding the clock out and being able to keep them off the field. Okay. All right. Will, what's going on with you, big dog? How you doing?
Tip
Hey,
drill Will.
gentlemen, I'm so happy to be able to join you guys on this victory week. I'm telling
Yes,
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know if you was at the stadium or not, but the
No, I
stadium was
wasn't this one.
electric. The
I
stadium
heard it
was
through my TV.
electric.
I heard it through
I,
the TV.
that's why I wanted to join the stream to just share in that moment with you, man.
Mm,
It felt like I was transported back 8 years.
mm.
It felt like old,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
that's what's up.
I just I am impatient as anybody else when it comes to this team because I'm so tired of being down. But I got to be called to the carpet on Evero.
Mm,
Apparently, his defensive scheme does work if he has the right talent around it.
okay.
Say it
It,
again. Say it
it is
again.
frustrating to watch, though, Will.
It is, but I
Yes,
It
mean,
it
is.
I'm just saying, like I'm so impatient with it. I get so frustrated about it, and I can only imagine how frustrated the players are to be able to hear our voices saying all that
mm,
stuff.
yeah.
But brother, when Mike Jack got that pick six and was sprinting down the sideline, it, I dang near fell off the railing and fell down in. I almost fell off the railing down into the damn lower bowl, man. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
sorry.
I
I'm
know
sorry. I'm
that's
just
right.
excited, man. I'm just excited.
Hey,
I
hey,
feel you,
Will.
man.
I just want to say real quick, you are more of a Panther fan than CJ because you was at the game yesterday and he chickened out, wanted to stay home and sit in his lazy boy with his feet up. Now to me, I would have been there supporting my team, but you know what I'm saying. They ain't
Excuse me. What was that? I hit the mute button. I can't. You going
Uh,
in and
uh,
out,
uh,
cuz.
CJ, don't tell me that's not true. Tell me that's not true.
everybody else heard. Everybody else
Hey,
heard. Yeah.
hey, I assume you didn't go because maybe you had to work. You had to do something for the wife. I thought it was something like that. Don't tell
He
me.
don't work on the weekends. He don't work on the weekends.
Hey, look,
Hey,
look right there. That's all the reason I need right there. We were
the,
tired, okay?
hey, the door,
We
the
were
front
tired.
door of the front door of the congregation is now open. CJ,
Hey,
you
but
missed a game of a lifetime,
I know I did. I know I
Yeah.
did.
and you.
But to be honest with you, behind the scenes, we had a lot going on that we wasn't going to make if we went to the game. So it all worked out
Okay,
good for us. And we had some stuff
okay,
with the kids. My son had a
okay,
scrimmage to go to. So
okay,
it all worked out. It all worked out.
okay, okay.
But this is also true right here too. Yeah, we were tired. Yeah, we really were.
And on top of that,
I'm just messing with him, Will. I'm just messing with him.
hey,
I know yeah.
and then on top of that, CJ, you had sound really down on that last stream when you was talking about if we was gonna win or lose.
Ooh, boy.
You act like you was
Mm.
going. Sound like you was going to a funeral, bruh. Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was for a minute, man. I'm telling you, but it's crazy because that's the way this season goes. It's been up, we up, then we down, we up, then we down, we up, then we down. And I'm not gonna lie, as a fan, I'm glad we won, but as a fan, I ain't gonna lie, I am tired of this every week. I really am. I'll take the wins however we can get them, but it's just because ever
Hmm.
since the Jets game. It's been
Hmm.
win, loss, win, loss, win, loss,
Hmm.
win, loss. And my
Yeah.
thing is,
His nerves bad, Will.
You ain't take
Hey.
your nerve. Hey, my grandma say I ain't take my nerve pill.
Man, hey, let me tell you, man, I'll be out here. The only thing I don't be doing out here is throwing stuff because I paid too much for this
Yeah.
stuff in here to be breaking anything. That's one thing I ain't gonna do.
There you
But boy,
go.
I'll be hollering and screaming and be like, "What the hell is y'all doing?" But yeah, man. But look, I'll be out here praying too. I was praying hard Sunday. I was like, look, well, and it was crazy. I wasn't even out here watching the game. I was watching the game in the house. We all started watching in the house. My oldest son was home for Thanksgiving, and we started watching the game in the house. Man, I was sitting there, and it was funny because when my youngest son was like, "We're gonna win, Dad, we're gonna win." I'm sitting there like, "Man, no, we ain't." I said, and then the kickoff. I said, "Look at this here." I said, it's the first play of the game, and they already at the 30-yard line in our territory. I said, "Man, come on." And then you got Thomas and Coon, ding dong boy, pushing old boy out of bounds on the first play. I'm like, really, dude? Are you giving them 15 yards already? Yeah, let me tell you, the start of that
Yeah.
game was not it for me. But like I said, hey, I'm here and I'm glad that we won. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, oh, I knew they were gonna win. No, the hell I didn't. I thought I thought for sure we was gonna lose. I swear I did. Call me what you want, but hey, but that's just what it was. That's just what it was. But yeah, man, it's just like I said, it's been. Let me tell you, this bye week couldn't have come at a better time. Okay, for one, I think it would give us fans a wee bit of a break. From all this up and down stuff. The players, we got some players that are hurt, and hopefully this bye week will give them enough time to get back and get ready for the following week against the Saints. So like I said, I hate these late buys. But in our situation, it worked out good this year, though. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hold on. Let me see. TJ, here's a question. If the Panthers and Tampa Bay both be 7-10 and also tied in the division, who wins the
10 and
division?
7.
I say 10-8. I'm sorry, 10-7.
You said 7 and 10.
Oh shit. I'm old. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tony. 10-7, also tied in the division. I think it goes to okay, so if we tie in the division, then it goes to conference. Okay. If we tie in conference, then it goes to strength of schedule. And then if the strength of schedule is the same, it goes to something else here. Because I got the standings pulled up right here on ESPN. Twan Don, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How y'all feeling today, bro?
Hey, look, man. Let me tell you, I'm
Good,
glad to
good,
be on
bro.
here talking about a W today, dog.
Absolutely,
I
bro.
swear.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's
I
on?
swear.
What's up, Will? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good, man.
Oh, Vaughn,
Will you
give me,
Will you cutting
gi-
out real bad?
yeah, you going in and out just a little bit, Will. But Twan, give me your overall thoughts on the game, man.
Man, big win. Big win. Uh I, I got this thing now when we get ready to make picks is like whatever everybody says, I'm doing the opposite. And every game so far that people said we was gonna get annihilated in, I said, yeah, we're gonna get annihilated in. And then this past Sunday, I said, nope. I said, I'm picking the Panthers. I said, I just feel something, bro. I said, then like what this could do for us if we win this game. I heard somebody was disrespectfully say we was gonna lose about 50, and I was just like, some telling me to go with the Panthers because they never go
I was close.
do what we tell them what we expect for them to do. And so, man, I think these guys is figuring it out. I'm loving what Canales is doing with this team. This team believes in him, man, and it was a huge win, bro. It was almost a perfectly called game on offense, and the defense bent, but they didn't break, and I'm good with that.
I feel you. Hey, and Vietnam, I saw your question right here. I'm gonna get to it when we get to the defensive slide, okay? So I'm gonna get to it when we get to that. All right. Okay. Will, you back, buddy?
No,
I don't know, Will, if you can your mic is muted. I don't know if you all right, I'm gonna take you off for right now because I can't see your your picture or nothing. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here to the next slide. Okay, So I had a slide last week, and I said this team will never have balance. And just on point, okay, in this game, we saw some balance from this team. Okay. So you have Bryce Young, he was 15 for 20, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had an 85.7 QBR rating and a 147.1 passer rating. All right. Chuba Hubbard, 17 carries, 83 yards, 4.9 average, 2 receptions, 41 yards, and a big touchdown early in the game. All right. We had Rico Dowdle,
Sure.
18 carries, 58 yards, 3.2 yards per carry average. He had 2 receptions for 21 yards and a big reception late in the game to help us seal the win after we got that fumble from Derek Brown. That Derek Brown forced. All right,
Mhm.
Ted McMillan. Okay. I didn't realize this till after the game. Ted had 1 reception for 43 yards. And boy,
Yep.
it was a big one.
I did
It
not either.
was a big one.
Yep. He had one catch.
Mm-hmm.
One catch.
I saw that and I was like, oh. I said, okay. Well, hell, what a way to have one catch, big dog. What a way.
Hell yeah.
But the thing is, okay, and I think we can all agree with this. When are we going to see this on a consistent basis, or are we going to see this on a consistent basis? Is probably the more pressing question. Okay.
That's
And let me ask that to y'all. Go ahead, Tom.
that's that up and down you was talking about, right? That consistency is the key, especially going forward. After this bye, you got the 4-game stretch. The future is in your hands, right? We want to see that consistency. So we see what it looks like when you commit to the run and when you trust your quarterback, your receivers to go out there and execute the game plan that you set forth with them. That's why, for me personally, I have been talking about the play calling all year long because it has been evident in my eyes. The play calling, when you start playing too conservative, you're not giving your offense the opportunity to win. You're not giving them the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
go out there and show their full potential. When you open up the playbook, especially when the run game is going, which allows you to open up the playbook, you see what your offense can do. You see what your tight ends can do. You see what your wide receivers can do. You definitely can see what your quarterback can do. My thing is, I just want Dave Canales to say, you know what? I'm not going to revert back to being ultra conservative. I'm not going to revert back to the play calling that you saw in San Francisco. I'm not going to revert back to the play calling that you saw against Buffalo or whatever the case may be. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said it after that Atlanta game, especially after the second half. I said they done showed us what it looks like, what they're capable of doing. Please don't revert back. What did they do? Dave Canales reverted
Reverted
back
back.
on that Monday night game against San Francisco.
Mhm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
you done heard the public backlash. You done admitted, that you should have ran the ball more. Then what did we see this game? 40 runs, 35
Mm-hmm.
between your two running backs. Okay. This is the formula. He knows it's the formula. Are you gonna stick with the formula? Is my question. Are you going to
Facts.
stick with what you see that will get your offense going and has led to victories? That's what I want to see.
Facts. Facts. Hey, Will, you back with us, big dog?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you coming in clear now.
Great. I'm sorry. I was in a parking garage. I was getting a rental car. But
Okay.
yeah, so I I agree with Tony 100%. But also I would like to project forward just a little bit, right? On these next couple of games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will he stick to the formula like Tony said? 35 rushes between two backs is the formula, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Running the ball, we saw this in other teams. Running the ball is their formula. Running the ball is Baltimore's formula. You saw what happened in Baltimore's game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just like, okay, it's running the ball is our formula because we suck at everything else. No, we got the number one pass catching rookie, probably offensive rookie of the year on our roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We still can effectively pass the ball. We have some weapons, but running the ball is our formula. So what I mean by projecting forward a little bit, can he do that? And let's see where it takes us. One, and then two, at the end of the season, is he humble enough to do some self scouting and look at the ebb and flow of this season and figuring out from a coaching perspective what can he do better, and how can he put his players in a better position so that we can have that consistency to make a push next year for a playoff run. In my that's those are the things that I'm hoping that glean from this last 4 games that we have here.
Facts. All right. Twan, what you got?
Yeah, I mean that Tedder stat still. I didn't realize he had one catch. I swear he caught about 3 or 4 balls in that game, man.
I thought so too.
Yeah, man. The thing with Canales for me is this, man. I rather he gets it at some point than don't get it at all. And it looks like he's learning from his mistakes. That the game was growing. I used to get on his ass because I selfishly I wanted us to go get another more seasoned quarterback. I was like, hell, he's only been the offensive coordinator for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't think he had it. But listen, that locker room believes in him. I think you have to go through your passes. Everybody look, nobody's perfect. I think you got to go through your mistakes, man. Mistakes make you better. And like Will said, I'm definitely hoping he can put it even more together next year. Like maybe where he'll get around 70%. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I'm glad that he's getting it. At least, when at the time he should be getting it, than not getting it at all. You know what I'm saying? That he's learning from his mistakes and applying that to the games. I think he's gonna look at the film, and I hope that he hires the right people around him going forward. People that are not afraid to that tell him what he needs to hear and what he needs to know. You know what I'm saying? So that that he can be a better coach, man. Like, bro, like I had to apologize to this man, bro. Like he's turned out to be a really, really good coach, man. We might have a diamond in the rough in him. You know what I'm saying? And that damn team believes in him, and that's a dangerous team when they believe in themselves and that coach, man. And look, I believe in Canales now. We're gonna always get on him for making bad calls and players making bad plays. I mean, that's natural. But I get it now, man. I see what he's doing.
I feel. And you know what? And real quick here, hold on. Let me hit that. Let me tell you, those are some great responses, fellas. I mean, great. I enjoyed every single one of those. Y'all were passionate. Y'all, talk with conviction. That's all right, fellas. That's all right.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this.
Huh?
You want to see the definition of bad coaching of good talent? Just look at Atlanta.
Yeah.
We don't have that problem. We don't have that problem. So I just want to say that when you talk about Canales, and Canales got some stuff to improve, but it ain't that. That's all. I mean, I just want to be just clear on that.
We all out here ruffling feathers.
Hold on, let me see. We had 35 minutes and 20 something seconds. I got to make a short out of that one. That was a good one, Will. that was a good one. I got to make a short out of that one.
Anything I can do to help the team.
Man, they're making all kinds of videos about getting rid of him, and that's it's crazy, bro.
And I feel so bad for Raheem Morris, but I'm just like, bro, you doing it to yourself. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, now what I want to do here is I want to play, take a look at a couple plays, okay, from this game. So let me go ahead and make myself giant on the screen here, but I am going to disappear here in a second. Okay, so this was Ted McMillan's touchdown. Okay, and the thing that I want to pop in, what's going on with you, big dog? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh man, just
What's up,
talk a
Papa?
little football.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Um, I'm gonna get your thoughts and stuff as soon as I get through a couple of these plays here. But what I want to show y'all on this play. Okay, so this was the touchdown play. All right, and the thing for me on this play, there were quite a few people who deserved a little bit of a spotlight that made this play successful. Okay, now I want to start off with somebody who y'all probably didn't really pay any attention to. Okay, and let me get the right color up here. So as you see, this is the line of scrimmage right here, right? And I know that's crooked as hell, but I'm using my mouse. All right. All right. So when this play starts, okay, watch Damian Lewis and okay, you see what he does right there? Now, mind you, if he probably would have went a little bit further down the field, the refs were waiting to throw one of those illegal men downfield. So I'm glad that he pushed that dude off and took a couple steps back. Okay. So that's that one. All right. And let me go ahead and restart this here. Okay. And watch our good buddy Chuba Hubbard right here. Okay. Watch what he does.
Yeah.
And watch, you got Taylor Moton and Braden Fisk right there. Okay. Taylor Moton gets beat on this play. Fisk is about to go and get a hold of Bryce or make him step up in the pocket, and this all may not work out. All right. But look at Chuba. Bam. Look at him. Got his shoulder right up in the man gut. He was like, hell no, you shall not pass. And then you see Taylor Moton. Now Taylor Moton actually gets back in front of old buddy. Okay. And and he holds him off. All right. And again, okay, so look at look at where Bryce is, all right, and look at where Ted McMillan is. So I think my man, what was the cornerback, Tony, number 1 for the Rams? I want to say Forbes. That's it. I keep thinking the wrong person. Okay. So now mind you, I think that he thought he was going to undercut this ball. Okay. I honestly think that's what he thought, and it ended up not being the right play for him. Okay. Now, what I want y'all to do as well, look, okay, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to start the play. I'm going to pause it. Look where Bryce throws his ball at. Look when he lets it go. All right, he's about to let the ball go right now. And look where Ted McMillan is at. Okay, so I got to give him kudos for his anticipation on this play. When he's about to throw, Ted, Forbes is still on him. And like I said, he about to try and cut it. Look where he throws that ball at. And then Ted goes and gets it. Okay. So hopefully.
Now I'm gonna say on that play, when you hear people talk about, I want to see Bryce throw a wide receiver open. Well, he did exactly that on that play.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ted made an adjustment to the ball that Bryce threw.
Because Ted is right here. And Bryce throws that ball out this way. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're absolutely right. He definitely threw him open on that one.
CJ, when you're done with this,
Yes,
I want to put something out in this play as well.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so look, man. Hey, something that me and Tony was talking about earlier today. All right, so let that play run. I'm gonna tell you to pause it right here. All right, see, Tony, what I was talking about earlier today, right? You see where Bryce is looking? He's looking to the left side of the field. You feel me? It gets the defense to draw the attention that way, and you see the safety and that middle linebacker, they're both running that way as well, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's how Bryce can improve his game, by looking off players instead of sometimes when he stares players down. So when Tony hits play, notice he's gonna look those guys off They
What's
pulled
CJ?
to the right,
CJ.
and now when he
I don't know
looks
why.
back,
I don't
for
know
10
why he keep getting us
yeah,
mixed up.
my bad.
It's all
and
good.
CJ, but I was talking to Tony, but now that when he looks back right, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, the reason why that play worked, a big portion of that play worked, is because he got that defense to bite right, which they still doing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And threw
Yeah.
the ball back one-on-one. I'll take Tet one-on-one with a dude any day. You know what I'm saying?
Any
And he
day.
put that ball on the money, bro.
Any day.
Run the play back one more time, CJ.
All right. Hey, hold on real quick. Hey, what's up? That's C. Douglas. How you doing? He said, glad to catch the EP, man. Just crazy how the season started and look how the finish can possibly look for us. Keep pounding. Keep pounding, bitch. That's, hey, shout out to Ocho Cinco. I love that. I love it. Hey,
What's up,
appreciate you,
Douglas?
Doug, man. All
Yeah.
right, Tone. My bad. You want to go ahead and hit play?
Yeah, hit play. Then pause.
All right.
Where at this moment right here,
Mhm.
where do you think Bryce Young is looking?
He's looking left, but
No, he's not. No.
I'm gonna tell you,
Hold on,
I
Twan.
think he could be possibly
He,
looking left, and he's also looking at Tet out the corner
but
because Tet is faking
right
left
at
first.
this
Right, yeah.
right at this moment, if you look at Bryce looking straight ahead. Now here I'm gonna tell you why he's looking straight ahead. Go back to the beginning of the play. Because this is a deep over. This is a crossing route. Boom, stop right there. His eyes is on that safety. That safety right there on the 25-yard line. His eyes is on him. He has a crossing route. That safety has single high coverage.
Right.
Right? If he bites to the left, like he did, took XL, then Bryce know to go to Tet. If he would have took Tet, Bryce would have went to XL. That was his read, the safety.
Mm-hmm.
He waited till those two crossed and cleared and waited to see the safety fully commit. And when he fully commit, Bryce flipped his hips to the right and touchdown.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
I think we could both be right. I mean, because like it's hard to say who. I mean, but I think what you're saying is it could be absolutely correct as well. I mean, they ran something like a pick play. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I know that read is definitely that safety. You definitely got that right. But like right there, that's when they're crossing. So I think him looking at the safety, or what I believe is him leaning left a little bit on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of those guys
just
go to
play
the right side of the field.
Just play it a little. Just play it a little bit, CJ. Right when they cross each other. Right when they cross each other.
Right there.
Yeah. Now you see where that single high safety is. He is running to the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means everything over to the right is wide the hell open.
Yep.
Tech got all this grass right here. He got all of that.
Right.
There's nobody in no, huh?
He said
saying you're right.
Oh, so he did, in my opinion. I'm gonna say that in my opinion, he did. The safety did exactly what Bryce wanted him to do. He looked him off. He made him declare. He chose XL. Bryce flipped his hips, came back to the right side, touchdown. That's just my.
And I want to say this too.
They didn't call us for a pick on that play though. Damn.
Hey, let me tell you, I was just about to say, shout out to XL for causing just enough of you just just enough, like, excuse me, let me get by. I'm sorry, let me get by you going on the hill with my route. He did just enough, just enough. Yeah, man. And then, like you said, Bryce flipped his hips, and like I said, just a good play, throwing the receiver open, and and we got the touchdown. All right. One more play we're gonna look at here. All right, and I'm gonna have to start this one over again. Okay, so
I think this is
Actually, you know what? No, this is the play that I was trying to get to play a second ago. This was the end zone view. Okay, my
this
bad.
one is
Yeah, this the end zone view of the Tet play when we was talking about where Bryce was looking at. Okay, so I'm glad this actually did play. I'm sitting there like, I know I got the file in there, right?
But watch
Okay.
before you run it, CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Watch 48 and how he pushed Leggett and Leggett. That 48 pushed Leggett into that cornerback that was covering Tepman Miller coming across. Just watch
Okay, I got you.
watch how he bump him coming on that crosser. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right there.
Gets a little
And
hand on
he
him.
does give him a little nudge. Yep. Yeah, that's and XL did a
But
great
see what I'm
job.
saying? See what I'm saying though? But see, Bryce is still looking left, even though
Yeah.
Tanner
At the
Rowe is looking off to the right.
At the
He
safety
sold it.
though, Juan.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
I think
at the safety.
y'all are both making the same point. You know, he is looking left, but like Twan said, he is looking left, and like Tony said, he really sold, you
Right, he
know, the
sold it.
safety because because right here in this picture, you know, where his helmet is pointing, he's definitely looking right there. So
Yeah.
that safety right there, he's like, okay, you know, I got to get over here because he going to XL, and then old buddy right here. You know, I think he was just lost in the sauce and was like, oh shit, I messed up. I gotta go. You know, and then everything over here on this side of the field was wide the hell open. You know. So yeah.
The
Man.
pass interference on Emmanuel Forbes for hanging on to Ted.
Oh boy was holding Ted too, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
And look at it.
I thought that
Right there.
they was going to call a flag on him because he been holding him all game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this right here. He's holding them right there. Okay. Yep. He's still holding them. All right. Yeah, still holding them. And like I said, and right here, I think Forbes thought he was like, you know what? I'm about to be the player of the game here. I'm about to undercut this pass. Yeah. He let me tell you, he thought he was about to do something right here. And then he said, oh shit, nope. And touchdown. Okay. All right. So let me see now if I can get this other play to come up. Okay. So this is the Jalen Coker TD. All right. So the thing that I like about this play here. All right. So you see, and this was I think it was 4th and 3. So mind you, this right here is what you get when you establish the run. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had already got a couple of third downs, like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 by running the ball. Okay. So you got LA with let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box pressure right here. Yeah. Okay. Now, mind you, single high safety. And on this play, when he starts to go, he edges over this way ever so slightly. Okay. And I think Bryce saw this. And you know, and Coker right here was the play no matter what. All right. Now, I do think if Coker wouldn't have got past his man, you had Tet right here. He comes across the middle. I do think he would have been open had Bryce not felt comfortable throwing this pass right here. But what I like on this play, I like the conviction, because watch Bryce on this play. All right. He hikes the ball. Bam. Okay. Look at where Coker is at right there. Coker is still parallel to the defender. Bryce is already in his throwing motion. You know what I mean?
And then he's leaving.
He said if he's even, he's what?
If he's even, he's leaving. That is rule 101 in the NFL.
And this
I
is
like
also and this is what it also looks like when you throw a player open, like knowing where he's supposed to be.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he ain't even he ain't even got his back to it. Yeah. You got my back.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, that's all I had to say.
Okay. And then I was saying about Tet right here, you know, you see him, nice design play right here. You got, I think, the Sanders coming this way. You know, you got XL going down here. And then I think if it was a last resort, you got Tet going this way right here. So I think it would have been open. But look where, I mean, just look where he puts his ball at. And mind you,
right in the basket.
Boy, let me tell you, because in Forbes' hand, I think that ball missed his hand probably by a good 3 or 4 inches. Okay. And then, so you see Coker, he just like, Nah, bro. You too small. Let me go ahead and drag you on in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and my thing is this also. Shout out to Dave Canales for having the cojones, to call these plays like this on fourth down. It wasn't like this was 4th and 19, 4th and 12, 4th and 9 or anything like this. This was like 4th and 3, 4th and 5. So he didn't play it safe, take the safe route. He took some chances, and you know what? And they paid off. So one more
And this
time, I'm gonna go
also,
ahead and look at this here.
but this is also because of the run had been such an established staple of the game.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly,
Mhm.
Will.
They sold
Exactly.
out. They said they're running the ball, and they gave our guys one-on-one matchups on the outside, which was a problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now teams don't know. Now teams will never know how to play us when it's 3rd and short or
Yeah.
4th and short.
Hopefully. All right. Well, cool beans. Well, let me go ahead and put my big ugly mug back up here for a hot second. All right. And minimize. All right. There we go. Hey, Poppin', what's going on with you, man? Sorry to hold you for so long, bro.
Oh no, no, no. Hey, look, I love it. I was sitting here just peeping game. It's great to go back and look at tape, especially when you're winning. So now I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, nah, that was good. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and move on from the offense. And I had a slide up here last week. Okay. And I said, what is Evero? What can he do? Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, the defense was just outstanding the entire game. Okay. Like Tony said earlier, the Rams moved the ball up and down the field at will at times during this game. But you know what happened with this defense? The defense stepped up in key moments. Okay. And first off, with Nick Scott. So you got Big Derek Brown, and the ball just kind of doinked off the side of his helmet. And Nick Scott caught the ball in the end zone. And I'm sitting there like, bro, I talk so much junk about Nick Scott. Haven't had too much to say about him this year, which is a great thing. Okay, I'm not saying he's blowing the roof off of a lot of stats, but he's playing solid, and I'm just happy that he caught this. Okay, so that was because the Rams had scored on the first drive, they were coming down to score again, and we got to play, and it was a 4-man rush. You know what I mean? Derek Brown got double teamed, but you know what they always say: if you can't get to the quarterback, what you supposed to do? Get your hands
Get your
up.
hands
He
up.
jumped. He jumped up in the air, and luckily, it missed his arm, but it hit the side of his helmet and went straight in the middle of the field where Nick Scott was waiting. So shout out to Nick Scott. He also had 9 tackles, 5 solo with this pass defended and a pick. Okay. Now, all right. Now we got to switch over to Michael Jackson. All right. Let me tell you. Now, now this was who I was worried about the most. And not because Mike Jack is a terrible player. Okay. Again, I think sometimes the Evero doesn't put him in the most advantageous position on the field with how far they have them back when they're lining up against the receivers. All right. But what you saw in this game, and I don't know if maybe because he was in that cornerback 1 slot that JC Horn usually takes, but you saw Mike Jackson closer to the line of scrimmage, especially on this play, Tony. Tony, what do I always say? Mike Jackson don't have to be one yard in front of a wide receiver playing press man coverage. That's not what I want him to do. Mike Jackson's gonna get burnt 90% of the time doing that. But on this particular play right here, he was about 4 or 5 yards off of Puka Nacua. And when Puka Nacua made his cut, he didn't have to, it didn't take him 15 minutes to catch up to him to make a play. By the time the ball got there and, Matt Stafford kind of threw, I ain't going to say a lazy one, but it was a bit of a lazy one, threw it behind him a little bit. But Mike Jack was able to make up enough ground to step in front of him, make the pick, and then take it to the house. And shout out to Nick Scorton for putting Matthew Stafford planting him in the dirt on that block at the end. I thought they was gonna call legal blindside block, but it was like nope, and I was like, thank you, Lord.
Yeah, they
I was
tried
like,
to.
thank you, Lord. Yeah, they thought about it. They thought
Yeah,
hard
they
about it.
did. So can
Mm-hmm.
I ask a question here?
Go ahead.
I know I'm might be a little hyperbolic here, but do we have one of the better 1-2 cornerback combos in the league right now?
Hmm.
1-2 combo. J.C. Horn and Mike Jack.
I think they're up there, and like I keep saying, I think it would be better, if Mike Jackson wasn't playing in the parking lot all the time on third down. You know what I mean? I always call it the parking lot defense. But yeah, I think we have one of the better cornerback duos. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and I think the weak link. I think the weak link is the the field side corner, right? Because
Hmm.
the field side of the defense. Because I think a weaker link in this in the Evero defense is Nick Scott. We have to give all the trash. Nick Scott
Oh,
to be
hold on. Will you going in and out again, buddy?
back. You know what I mean? Oh,
Can
sorry.
you hear me? You going in and out.
Mhm.
You said Nick Scott, and then you started going in and out.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I'll add on
Go
to
ahead, Twan.
I'll add on to what you said, CJ. Um, I think it's one of the better. You said right now, so yeah, absolutely right now. I do think that it is, but
Hmm.
I think what Will was going to say. I also I agree with what Will was about to say as well. Uh, I think we could probably be top three if Evero. No, you said it. If Evero wouldn't let Mike Jackson be on a damn 15-yard island, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, uh, I don't know if it's a trust factor, but if these guys want to play closer on these wide receivers, why are you not allowing them to do that? You know,
Hmm.
I have seen Mike
Can you
Jackson.
guys hear me better now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hold on real quick, Will. Hold on real quick. Go ahead, Twan.
I'm sorry.
I have seen Mike Jack get burned a lot this year.
Hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? He just played with no JC Horn and got that done. So man, it's a lot with our team, even with the players, like with the up and downs. But look, man,
Hmm.
when Mike Jack is on, he's on. He's one of the best. But
Yeah.
I think part of his shortcomings is because of Evero. Evero let that man at least play 5 yards off. And I think
And
yeah.
oh, my
Go ahead.
bad, Twan. Go ahead.
No,
My
you got
bad.
it.
No, go
I
ahead.
was done. I
Oh,
was done.
and I was going to say this. Okay, I think it would also help if J.C. Horn could travel with the number one receiver from the other team. I think, but but we that's beating a dead horse right now because that's not Evero's scheme, and he's absolutely not going to do it. But
Correct.
just think about it. Okay, you get a receiver like Devontae Adams, Puka Nakua. Mind you, they're great receivers. They're great route runners. They are not going to, take the top off of any defenses with blazing fast speed. So Mike Jack is better. He's more capable of, I ain't gonna say keeping up with them like all game, but in certain situations. You know what I mean? You look at the Dolphins, Jalen Waddle, torch Mike Jackson the whole game. Dallas and George Pickens. Okay. Let me tell you, George Pickens is tall, but that joker, let me tell you, when he gets to going to get some room in front of him, he is out. You know what I mean? And we was at the game. I looked, and it was like every time they got out the huddle, George Pickens went straight wherever Mike Jackson was at. Whether he was on one side of the field, he went straight to him. But teams like this, and I ain't gonna lie, this was my biggest concern because I was like, we caught a break with Miami. They only had Waddle. Hill was out. We caught a break with Dallas. They had Pickens. CeeDee Lamb was out, even though Pickens was damn near their whole offense. But it was better than dealing with both of them. You know what I mean? So my thing is this, it wouldn't be that bad of a thing if they were to look at another cornerback, this offseason as well, somebody better equipped, to stay with some of these faster wide receivers in the league. And shoot, and you never know. You might be able to slide Mike Jackson in the corner, or maybe play him. I don't know if they want to do this or not. Maybe kind of like a safety, big nickel spot, something like that. Because I mean, you see Evero, he's moving people around. He'll have 3-4 safeties on the field in one play. Depending on the play, who's hurt, who's not. So we'll see. But Will, go ahead and finish your thought, man.
Yeah, I think you guys kind of picked apart exactly what I was trying to say. But the other nuance I was trying to pick at is when you talk about Nick Scott and the field side of the field. So JC Horn plays the boundary side. Whatever the shorter side of the field is, that's what JC Horn covers. So there's a lot more grass where Mike Jack is at. And the safety
Mm-hmm.
over the top is supposed to help him with that. So is it the fact that he may not be as trustworthy of the safety covering, so Mike Jack is playing a lot more grass instead of playing up close, right? So I don't know if it's a Mike Jack thing or because both of the people are covering that field is the safety and the field side corner, which is Mike Jack. And there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
grass to cover there. So is it a Mike Jack problem that he's because he's making a play so far back? Or is that he doesn't trust his safety as much, or is it a combination of those two things? How do we figure that out?
Mm.
Because I think once we figure that piece out, I think our DB room will be really set
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. And you make a good point too, Will, but then you gotta throw on top of that the zone that Evero plays too. We have been getting picked apart all year with these quarterbacks coming in and finding that soft spot in the zone. And the thing is, and I hope this makes sense. It's like they find that soft spot in the zone really fast. Okay. And we don't have enough time for our edge rushers or our defensive linemen to get consistent pressure on the quarterback. Now, mind you, I think that, we still need to be in the market for either, I don't know if we're going to be high enough in the draft to get one of the more elite, picks in the draft, or if we can go out in free agency and, and woo somebody in, to coming into Carolina, as a top edge rusher, we still need that. But, sometimes I think there's too many holes in this zone, Evero's defense. Now, mind you, it could be a situation where he needs a different type of player. He's working with, and I think that's a factor too, because he's really been working with what he's had since he's been here. I think this is the best, situation as far as talent that he's had on this defense since he's been here. But I do think there's plenty of room to upgrade as well. So
I want to make a positive comment to what you just said.
yes, sir.
I think I want to see how y'all feel. Look, I think the days of wooing people to come to the Carolina Panthers might be over.
I got you.
I think people are looking at us like I want to be a part of that now, bro. So
I hope so.
Like Will was saying, hopefully Nick Scott days are numbered. I remember saying at the beginning of the year, I said this is a team that you're gonna have to make from now on, and no more of those guys just like passing by and whatever. Yeah, man. It's time, and he might look. I never thought about thought about it the way Will said it was maybe he doesn't trust Nick Scott back there. Maybe that's why he plays them maybe a little too far off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because of what his shortcomings can be and getting beat over the top. But hopefully he'll learn. Look, every man has to do their job on that defense. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then look, trying to help somebody else sometimes is gonna make you look bad. But yeah, man. Look, people gonna want to be a part of that. I'm just gonna say this in ending. As far as that safety situation, and I don't know, I'm gonna hold off because I don't know if you're gonna talk about that in the future. But Ransom just told us to put some respect on his team, bro.
Boy, yeah, I think I talked about that right before you joined.
He gonna get some flags,
boy, it was like 2 or 3 plays in a row, Twan, where he lit Kyron Williams up to the point where Kyron Williams limped off the field. He came back later on.
Know who he is now. He knows
he sure does.
His name is Carey Williams. That's his name now.
Carey
Williams. Carey Williams. I wanted to throw that out there that I gave this, after that 49ers game and watching what JC Horn did, and then for Mike Jack to play such an excellent game that he did this past game, I went ahead and gave him a nickname. I can't call him Thieves Avenue. Can't call him that. They ain't earned that. So I'm calling them now the Thieves Den. Cause that's at home. We've been at home.
Yeah.
Because the Thieves Avenue, they would do it at everywhere. It didn't matter
Yeah,
where they went. They were doing it. But
yeah,
we've
you're
been at
right.
home taking away the ball, and these corners have stepped up. So that's why I call them the thieves. Then
The Thief's
I
Den.
This
think
is
we
Play 'em
true.
at
I
night.
I
think we
like that.
fourth in the league with interceptions.
Mm, that's
The
crazy.
Thief's Den. Y'all know that now? The Thief's Den. Play them at night. They won't act right.
I like that. Hey, Ben says, so CJ, does he have an idea of who the edge rusher is, and can we get a first round draft pick? Well, we'll have a first round pick. If we can continue to put a couple more wins together, just say if we mess around and win the division, it's going to be later in the first round. Now, if we don't win the division, don't make the playoffs, we're probably looking somewhere, in between maybe like 17 or so, somewhere around there. If we're still kind of middle of the pack, maybe 15, 17, something like that.
Let me
So
let me
so
answer
we'll
that
see.
real
Go
quick.
ahead, Tom.
No, I'm gonna say I have to go back and look, but in my opinion, I haven't seen an edge rusher that's coming out in college this year that's better than the two that we took last year. Right.
That's
So
fact.
Yeah.
there's one edge rusher, maybe two, that I think would go in the top 15, top 20 picks, and that's Keldrick Falk out of Auburn and
Mm-hmm.
David Bailey out of Texas Tech, who was a
Gotcha.
transfer to Texas Tech from Stanford. But in my opinion, I don't think those two edge rushers are better than what we have. Again, T. Thompson, like I said, that's my opinion. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
saying I'm right or wrong or whatever. I don't see edge rushers coming out in this draft that was premier like last year edge rushers, or even the year before. I don't think that's the strength of college football for players coming into the draft this year. I don't think edge rushers are. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Is
All right. QJ
linebackers
said,
on?
I think there's some good middle linebackers, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
right, Tony?
there's definitely some good. Yeah, there's definitely some
Okay.
good linebackers that's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need one of them. Mind you, I think Trevin Wallace is on the upswing. Okay. But now Christian Rosewoom, is he gonna be here for the long haul or not? But yeah, let me tell you, edge rusher, linebacker, and another cornerback slash safety, I think is what they probably going to be looking for in defense. Oh, and let me get back to Fayette Non's question from earlier. He said, we all know we need a true dynamic pass rusher and a great middle linebacker. Where are we going to get them from now that we are out of the top tier talent pool in the draft? Well, okay. I think that we're going to have to get one of the I think we're going to have to get the edge rusher in free agency. Okay, we're going to have to, as Twan said, we don't have to woo nobody over here. We getting to the point where they're like, hey, I want to go over here and join this group. Okay, so hopefully we can get one in free agency, and hopefully there's I think a middle linebacker will probably get in the draft. Okay, but we got to see who's available, and then especially in free agency, who's available and how much cap space that we got to be able to go and pick that player up as well. So yeah. All right. All right. Oh, and then don't let me forget about big Derek Quantravius Brown here. He had two
That's not his real
tackles, one
name, is it?
solo. I don't know. I just said that. He had a sack. The pass defense was the earlier pass, going off his helmet, and one forced fumble that was big. That was big because the thing was, the Rams were going to either try and tie the game or get or take the lead. All right. So when Derek Brown and the thing was, and let me see if I can pull this up here real quick. Okay. So let me do this. All right, and let me do this again here. Okay. All right. So this was the play. Okay. Now, as you can see, Carolina Panthers, they're heavy on this side right here. You got Nick Scorton, Turk Wharton, and Turk Wharton and Derek Brown. And then you have DJ Wanham over here by his lonesome. But what they do is DJ Wanham comes down this play, and what he
Yeah, he did.
does, he occupies this right tackle right here, and he pushes him into left tackle, and he pushes him into the left guard. All right, and let me
Or the
get these off here
wash.
real quick. Yeah, and then what Derek Brown is going to do, he's going to come around, and he stunts around and comes around, and he gets to Matthew Stafford right here. So
Right.
it was a great play design. I think it was third down, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let me let this play.
There was two stunts on this play.
Okay,
There were two stunts that ran on this play. Yeah.
all right. Oh yeah, I see Nick Scorton. Okay, I see Nick Scorton. But watch what DJ Wanham does right here. Okay, now
Yeah,
mind
he washed him down. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. Now mind you, this tackle right here is all focused on DJ Wanham. But what he doesn't realize is, DJ Wanham is running into his left guard, his buddy right beside him. And Big Derek Brown is like, bet. Let me go around here and get at him. Okay. And then you got Derek Brown. Now, mind you, okay, you got Turk Wharton that came behind Matt Stafford and made Matt Stafford get out the pocket as well. And then boom. Derek Brown makes the fumble. He causes the fumble, and then DJ Wanham picks it up. And let me tell you this: when I say I was hollering and screaming, I was sitting there like DJ Wanham. I'm like, hold on to that ball because I saw old buddy running up behind. I was like, don't you let this boy knock this ball out your hand.
You
I'm
just beat
telling
me
you.
to it.
I was
telling you.
I'm about to
Brother,
say,
slow
guess what I
down
was
or
hearing
what?
the whole time? I was saying, get down, get down, get down.
But
Boy, hold on.
CJ,
Look right there, number 15. I was sitting,
Yeah,
I
I
said,
was like,
Lord
go ahead,
Jesus.
sit down.
Go ahead, Poppin.
if you rewind it back, let me make sure I'm looking at what I'm looking at because I seen this on
Mm-hmm.
tape, but I ain't heard nobody talk about this yet. But
What's that?
this play right here, watch how Derek Brown smacks the Ram logo off this man's helmet.
All right.
Just look at it. Go ahead, play it.
Damn.
Boom! God!
Hey
Damn!
man, hey,
Hold on. Hold on.
after the game, I'll be like, you ain't gonna be doing me like that. I'm a grown ass man
He
with
just
family.
concussed that
Good
man.
God.
He slapped
Hey,
the.
he got both of them.
Ooh,
Hold on. Look.
Yeah, he
Look.
don't know where he was after
One,
that.
two.
He got him in the shoulder. That first guy hit him in the shoulder.
You ain't never heard of a
ooh.
shoulder concussion? Let me stop.
Because if he
Oh,
looked at it, seemed like Ronald was already going
Man,
down. My fault.
I don't think he knew. I think he, because returning a ball like this is not his strong suit. Even though he did do it to us the year before, we picked him up. He got a fumble and ran it back, or was a block kick or something. But at this point, I think he was weighing his options. I am kind of mad at him that he could not outrun these two offensive linemen right here.
And he
You know
was
what I
hey,
mean?
that boy didn't want to fumble.
That's sad. He might have been tired, but that was sad though.
That boy didn't want to fumble, bro.
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. But yeah, man, I was sitting there, I was like, but yeah. But man, I'm like I said, I'm just happy he didn't fumble the ball. And yeah, like I said, and play this one more again. But yeah, look at him. Just a great play. And like I said, Matthew Stafford got it. And one thing I'm glad that Turk Wharton didn't run into Derek Brown and slow him down any further.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Derek Brown was able to, they were kind of able to navigate past what Brown was kind of able to navigate past Turk Wharton and be able to go ahead and continue get Matt Stafford, pick up the fumble, and then there you have it. All right. And also let me see if I can get this one to
Hey
play
man, hey,
as well.
can you rewind that back just slightly a little bit? I don't need it. I
Yeah.
just want to say something. Just
Well, hold on. I got the thing to go back to the start. So just tell me when you want me to stop it.
okay. Tell you to pause right now. No.
Mhm.
Well, it was just before that, but I was about to say, bro. That pocket was tighter than a virgin, bro.
Hold on. All right, I got you. Hold on.
And look how it closed up. Like it is tight, right? Not yet, but right. No, as when they collapse on him, tight right there,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I got you.
But that shit is
Yeah,
tight.
boy.
It's about 10 dudes in there, but you can't tell.
Hey,
Pause.
hey,
Pause.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
Major pause.
Could you imagine being a guard getting ready to play against Derek Brown that Saturday night, man?
I
You
wouldn't
ain't
want to
getting
play
no
him, bro.
sleep. You ain't getting no sleep that
You better
Saturday
get some
night,
BC
dog.
powders.
All right, let me see. Okay. All right, now this is Mike Jack's play. Okay. So now usually, usually if you see what's going on here, usually Mike Jackson is a little further back. And like Will was saying, he usually plays the field side and JC Horn plays the boundary side, right? Or do I have that backwards?
No, you're right.
Oh, you're
JC
right.
Horn normally
You're
plays
right.
the short
On the
side of
field
the field.
side.
Okay. All right, cool. But now you see up here, my man, Caleb Evans, he's back a little bit. But what I was saying, like usually, on third down, Mike Jack is like, 9 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, and it'd be like 3rd and 4. Okay. So now if I let this play a little bit, now see when Puka Nakua makes his break, Mike Jack is right there. Also, notice this as well. Okay. Usually when Mike Jackson is playing, he's bailing at the start. So he's always backpedaling. So by the time the receiver gets where they need to go to make whatever route they got to make or cut or all that, Mike Jackson is still in his back pedal. And then he has to get out of the back pedal, to try and go up and make a play. But on this one here, he sits on it. He's backpedaling just a little bit, but he's right there. And then you got a pass by Matt Stafford that was just a little bit behind Puka Nakua. And shout out to Mike Jackson. Shout out to him.
That was an interception. No matter even if he threw it, and Puka Nakua and hit him in the numbers. Mike Jack he just read that pass perfectly, and that was a nice concept. So when you talk about why he didn't normally bail, two things can happen. He can really be getting comfortable, playing a little bit of off man coverage a little bit. I know that he has been practicing playing press man a lot, with him and JC Horn after practices and stuff. There's always videos, especially on Friday when they go at each other. Or when you look at a receiver like Puka Nakua, Puka Nakua doesn't blow anybody doors off. He's not a 4-3 or 4-4 guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a physical possession type receiver. So I don't think Mike Jack was worried about him running past him. So it could have been a myriad of things, but I'm gonna chalk it up the way it looked. Like he stayed patient, stayed square. He never felt threatened. Even when Puka got up on his cushion, what they like to say cushion, which is like 2 or 3 yards before the DB, and then he'll typically bail at that time, flip his hips. But he stayed solid. He stayed his technique was solid all the way to the end.
Yeah. Hey, and again, I know I said this earlier. Shout out to Nick Scorton right here, man. Shout out to Nick Scorton. Well, let me tell you, sit your ass down.
Yeah, that's
hey,
like from that angle, look like he hit him from behind.
Hold on, let's get to it again.
Look, the other thing
and also shout out to Mike Jackson for getting redemption for the Atlanta game, because this should have been his second pick six of the season, not his first. Yeah.
And look, that's what I said with this. Yes, that's not his back. That's not his back.
Yeah, he got him on the side. Yeah. He got him on the side.
If y'all remember when Mike Jack had that interception in Atlanta, you know who didn't finish their block? Nick Scorton. That's how he got caught. Because Nick Scorton didn't finish that block. He finished the block. He finished the block this time. He was like, oh, hell nah.
That is crazy.
Comfort right there, bro. Because look, in all honesty, bro, Michael Jackson would have ran that quarterback the fuck over if he was trying to go over there.
Man, hey.
But
stiff arm, gone.
I don't know if y'all noticed on that play though, but Mike Jackson, I felt like he knew what that play He knew that was coming because he pointed back.
He could have.
He pointed back to the safety and told him to come up.
You know what? Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Let me
watch him signal back and tell the safety to come up.
Right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, we
Yeah, he
can't see
did.
it, CJ. It's
Oh,
covering you up.
damn. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. There you go.
Yeah, he
I'm
signaled
sorry.
back right there. He told him to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm telling you right there, man. That's from film watching.
Yeah.
That's from
Yep.
watching film.
Hey, so how do you play us? Think about this now. If you are let's just fast forward. If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you see Mike Jackson picking off people with JC in the lineup or without JC in the lineup, and you're a quarterback, you're going to hesitate throwing the ball anywhere on the field, especially if I got pressure coming down, bearing down my face. I
Yeah.
really think that these last two games really displayed what we're doing in the back half of the defense, not only to the NFL, but even to a journeyman, film watcher like myself. I'm a journeyman. I am no expert by any means. And
Dang.
I'm just saying that I think we got probably top 8, top 5, top 8 cornerback duo in the league
Yeah.
right now.
But the thing is, Will, though, when JC Horn gets back, is it going to be back to status quo? Or whatever, look at this tape and be like, you know what? Maybe I can adjust this a little bit depending on the situation. Because when JC is out there, Mike Horn is at the doghouse across Moorhead Street. That's how far back he be playing.
Well, he
So-
got 3 interceptions, but they both was on the field against the 49ers. Whatever he did against the 49ers, do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he got let me see, he got 1 and JC had 2 in the first half that we didn't capitalize on, which was,
Correct.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, whatever he did against the 49ers, do that.
I feel you.
Man, if there's one thing I love on a team, bro, no matter where your skill level is, like especially if your skill level is under another player, this is what I love. Like, I think football is the most beautiful game to watch, bro, even though it is a violent game. But the way you get your advantage is watching film. You know what I'm saying? That's film watching. Like, you can have an advantage if you look at film of the other team to see what they like, to cut down on. If I had to guess and put my money on it, Mike Jacks remembered that play from watching film and called that man up. Because the way he caught that so cleanly, he knew where he was going, bro.
Yeah, I feel
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I don't know how young people are that watch these shows that we put out and whatever, but become a film rat. Like, you could talk your shit on anything with football. If you watch film and understand the game by watching it that way, bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, it opens up. It's a beautiful game to watch.
I feel you. All right. Cool beans, y'all. Cool beans. Anybody got anything else to say about the defense? And then we're going to kind of move the needle a little bit.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my brother CJ and all of y'all, man.
All right, Twan.
Look, my Knicks get ready to come on in 5 minutes.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
We're playing the
take care.
Celtics tonight, bro. So I want to thank you for having me over here, man. Coming over here,
anytime, man.
Man. I'll definitely be back, man. Y'all have a great show, man.
All right,
All right, Twan.
All right, fellas.
All right. Cool beans. Okay. So, all right, here we are again with the schedule. Okay. And we're still second in the NFC South. All right, we're 7-6 now, and we're still 10th in the NFC. Okay, we are behind Dallas now, who is 6-5-1. All right, that tie game they got with Green Bay is really helping them out at the moment. Okay, because they would be a game of they would be behind us if they would have went ahead and lost that damn game like they should have back then. All right, but it is what it is now. So it's Dallas, then it's San Francisco. No, not just Dallas, then Detroit. And then San Francisco currently has the last wild card spot. Okay. And mind you, like I said last week, I had already counted the Rams as an L. I did not think there was no way and God's green earth, we were gonna get that W. But let me tell you, I am one that prove me wrong, and let me tell you, especially like this, I am happy to be proven wrong. I'm telling you. But
Because you
Fact.
did sound like a mortician last week.
hell, I felt like one. Shoot, let me tell you, I felt like when I felt like being at the door. Sorry for your loss. All right, go family to the left, a friend, everybody else to the right. You know what I mean? It felt that way to me because it was kind of the emotions coming off that 49er game. And I'm sitting there like, man, god dang, like we had a chance. We had a shot. We should have took advantage of it. And now you mean we got to go out here and play LA? Like, come on, dog. Yeah. But yeah, again, I'm happy to be wrong. Very happy. But and I
And
will
Will,
admit, go
and Will,
ahead,
they
Tom.
said my eulogy that I gave earlier this week helped out. So I'm gonna take a little credit for that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. In this humble time, the family would like to thank you for coming up, the flowers, the cards, the well wishes. I'm like, God, hey, I was driving
Bruh.
up the shuttle. I said, God, Lord, CJ, man, you about to make me
Hey,
tear up in this motherfucker.
man, hey, let me tell you, hey, you know what? It is what it is, and it was what it was. I can't take it back. I'm not going to because that's how I felt at the time. But like I
I
said,
mean, I
I'm
felt that
I'm
way
happy to
too.
be
I'm just
wrong.
joking with you. You know
No, no,
what?
I know you good.
I normally get to the stadium around 11:30 ish. Watch warm
Mm,
ups and all of that. Bruh, I
yeah.
got to the stadium at 12:45. I said,
Ooh.
I'm here so I don't get fined. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
I
All
got to
right.
my seat and I was spreading these supplies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, you good. You good. No, you straight. Okay. So next slide here. Okay. Now I said that there is one way in. Okay. One way in. But I don't believe that to be the case. Hold on one second. I don't believe that to necessarily be the case anymore. Okay. Now, what I hope happens is that we don't continue this win loss crap. All right, because and y'all don't forgive me for saying this. So if we lose the bye week, then we beat the Saints, then we lose to the Bucks, we beat Seattle, and then we lose to the Bucks. Okay, so again, like I said, forgive me for the corny stuff, but I hope we can get everybody healthy, get everybody mind right during this bye week. And I think Nader said it earlier in the chat, or somebody said it. If it wasn't Nader, I apologize. If we win our division games, we will win. We'll be in the playoffs. Okay. If we can get 3-1 in this, we'll be good. Okay. We will be good. We'll be good to go. All right. I'm going to hope that somehow, some way, the Saints and the Musty Pigeons, um, spark up enough, playable courage between the two of them that one of them will take the Buccaneers down. Okay, and let
Play
me let me stop.
spoiler. Yeah,
Yeah,
play
play spoiler.
spoiler.
I apologize, Atlanta. Let me stop. The Saints and the Falcons. Let me quit. That's just a little. I still got the broom, out when I think about the Falcons. I still be in here sweeping and stuff. So, my bad, y'all. But yeah, man. It would be nice if one of those could play spoiler for us. But the Panthers, as a team, as an organization, we got to go and handle business against the Bucks at home, and we got to go handle business against the Bucks in Tampa Bay. Okay, I think if we can do that, we will be good. But all right, but let me let y'all look at
No, no,
this here as well.
hold on. Before before
Yeah,
before
you
you
good?
go, yeah. If you look at this, and this goes to what you said earlier, if both teams finish 10-7, and I think
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago there was I can't remember who said it on TV, but they were like, I think it was on TV or Twitter where I saw it, where they was like, Carolina can lose the remaining games as long as they win the divisional games, they will make the playoffs. Cause say Tampa Bay beats the Saints and beat Atlanta. They 9-5, right? Then they lose to us, beat the Dolphins, and then lose to us again. They 10-7. And say we
Mm-hmm.
finish the season 10-7. We will win the division because we got the tiebreaker against Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we won against the Rams, so that helps us. We could take that one off the table now. So
Mm-hmm.
if we beat the Saints and lose to Seattle, but then beat Tampa twice,
We good to
then
go.
we are 11-7, if I'm not mistaken.
No, 10-7.
No, we
If
okay, we
you
7-6 now.
you said if we beat the Saints or we lose to the Saints.
No, I meant Seattle. If we beat the Saints and lose to Seattle, but
Mm-hmm.
then we win the 2 games against Tampa, yeah, we'll be 10
Yeah,
and
10
7.
and 7.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'd be 10 and
Yep.
7. But we win the division, which would give
Mm-hmm.
us um
The
we
home
will
game.
be number 4 in the playoffs, and we will get a home
Yeah.
game.
4th seed.
Yeah, 4th seed.
4th
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th seed.
Hey, and let me put this up here real quick as well. Take that down. Okay, so and I'm sorry if you know what, hold on. Let me do this here. My bad, y'all. Okay, so let me try and blow this up some so y'all can see. Okay. Now down here we have the NFC standings, right? Okay, so we're 7-6. And I'm sitting there, last week, and I'm like, there's no way we're going to get to the playoffs unless it's through the division. The division is the only way. Okay. Just say, just say we get some help from some of these teams here. We might be able to sneak in to that last playoff spot. Okay. And mind you, now we did lose to San Francisco. Okay. But just say somehow, some way we can, and I doubt they're gonna, lose 3 more games and win only one. Now, mind you, if that's the case, then they'd have the tiebreaker over us because they beat us. But if somehow the 49ers were to lose out, okay, say they would lose 4 straight. All right, we get to 10-7. We could slip past them. All right, the Cowgirls. All right, and I ain't gonna apologize for calling them the Cowgirls. All right, so them now, mind you, like I said, that one tie is really helping them out way more than it really should right now, but it is. Okay. So if the Cowboys can lose a few games, we might be able to jump ahead of them. Crazy thing is, them in Detroit, they actually play Thursday night. Okay, so one of them is going to get a loss. All right, one of them is going to get a loss, and if it is if it's Dallas, okay, if it's Dallas and they are 6-1, I do believe we jump over them coming out of the bye week and going into next week. All right, and also I do have up here, their remaining schedules. Okay, so Dallas has to play Detroit, Minnesota, Los Angeles, Washington, and New York. Okay, any given Sunday, as we all know. But you know what I mean? Dallas does have a pretty favorable schedule, going down the stretch here. Detroit and the Chargers are probably the only 2 games where I'm like, you know what I mean? Like they're challenges. Okay. And we've seen, that this year that I mean they're putting they're getting their act together and they're starting to win some games. All right. Then you go over here to the Lions. All right. You look at the Lions schedule. They got to play Dallas, the Rams, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and the Bears. Okay. So now, mind you, they got the Lions. Minnesota is a division game. Chicago is a division game. You got the Rams, who hopefully 2 weeks from now they're still mad because they lost to the Panthers. And hopefully they'll take that out on Detroit. Pittsburgh is kind of, Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. They play their brand of football, but they will surprise you every now and then. All right. And then one more team, the Green Bay Packers. All right. Somebody who we have already beat in Lambeau this year. Look who they got to play. They got to play Chicago twice, Denver, Baltimore, and then they end with Minnesota. Okay. So 3 out of their last 5 games are division games. And then you got Denver, who is 10-2. All right. And then you got Baltimore, who since Lamar Jackson has come back, they have won 5-6 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So the thing is, we might have more than one avenue into the playoffs. if the Panthers can go out there and do what they need to do, it all starts with us. All this stuff I got here on the screen is cool if, and I do mean if it happens. But for it to happen and to mean anything, the Panthers have to go out and handle their business first. We need to do what we need to do, and then if all this stuff handles well, if all this goes the way we want it to go in the Panthers' favor, then that's a bonus. All right. We know how we can get to the playoffs. Like Tony said, we just win our division games and we're good. All right. But there might, and I stress might be another way to get into the playoffs. All right. But I just wanted to bring that up real quick. But it's and like somebody said earlier, it is, I think it was Supernova Moore. It's good. It's good to be sitting here talking about ways that the Panthers can make the playoffs instead of talking about which defensive end or wide receiver or whatever we're gonna take with like the number 4 or 5 pick.
Facts.
Or what we had 8 pick last. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you, Jesus. I was just thinking that when you was talking about it, man. I was like, we are in a totally different headspace this year. Totally different headspace.
Totally. This is good because we haven't been able to do this in years and years. It's been constantly what impact player the Panthers are going to try to pick first in the draft. You know what I mean? Or let's go ahead and start doing some mock. It's like the past few years. It's like, all right, let's go ahead and get this shit show out the way so we can get the mock drafts. Okay, it was like we go through the season and got to the point where it's like, yeah, it was like, all right, all right, I can't wait for this to be done so we can go ahead and start doing some mock drafts. But yeah, it's good to be here right now. All right, so fellas, any more thoughts on the schedule and what do y'all think the optimal scenario will be? Anything I didn't cover?
Tampa drop a game to the Miami Dolphins or the Atlanta Falcons or both. There it is. Right. And we handle our business because you know what? They're not insurmountable. They're not so great. They got the same number of wins as we do. And the Falcons are playing for pride, just like we were playing for pride when we played them week 18 last year.
Facts.
So I'm not discounting anybody or anything. And I don't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is this tough crowd or this tough team. Baker Mayfield playing with a half a wing, right? Come on now.
Yeah, his shoulder is hurt. Well, his non-throwing shoulder, yeah.
His non-throwing shoulder's hurt, right? And then they talked about Mike Evans coming back. He better not come back here and we set him across the middle and let Trayvon Moore tee off on his ass one time. That'll be the last time he comes across the middle.
Or Lathan Ransom, yeah, boy, I'm telling you.
Or the heat-seeking missile, Lathan Ransom.
Yeah,
I'm just projecting now because I'm just excited about the season, and I'm just so happy, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, this is so much better than.
No, my bad. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
No, I was good.
No, I was saying rightfully so. I mean, when was the last time we were able? When was the last time we were able to be excited about the Panthers in December? You know what I mean? Like CJ said, Supernova Moore said earlier, like it's a blessing to be talking about the possibility of the playoffs instead of damn mock drafts and who coming out and who are potential free agents and things like that. Like it's very refreshing for me because when CJ and I started back in 2023 podcasting, it's been the same old up until this year. So yeah, I understand how you feel, dog.
Yeah, and somebody asked earlier, they were like, well, what is the point of making the playoffs and then you get a home game and get beat by a better team? Well, I would say this. It's all about momentum. Okay, it's all about going. You got there. Okay, it's about getting a taste of what the success of making the playoffs would be. Okay, and even if you do get beat, you go into next year and you got a team full of players that's like, yeah, bro, we got there, but we got unfinished business. We need to get back. Okay, you got a coach that got there. All right, you got a coach that coached his team to a playoff spot. All right, you got a whole off season to go and figure out, what do we have to do to make sure that we put ourselves in the same position next year and we get there, and then we don't lose in the first round and we go and win us a game or two. That would be the thing of getting to the play. Now, hopefully, we go out there and be able to surprise somebody and win a game this season if we make it. You know what I mean? But sometimes, what's the old saying? It's better to have oh God, now I can't think of it.
To love and loss and never have loved at all.
Thank you, Will. That's it. That right there. There you go. Yeah. So, but you never know what that experience could do for this team going forward next year and even further down the line in the future. So, but yeah. All right. But real quick here, any more thoughts? Tony, you got any more thoughts on this? Or Will?
No, I'm good. I'm good, dog.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. Cool bean. Stock up. All right. Stock up to the defense. Okay. And like I said, they weren't world beaters on Sunday, but they made plays. They made timely plays. Shout out to Michael Hee Jackson, okay, for stepping up with that pick six. Shout out to Nick Scott for catching the interception. Shout out to Derek Brown for getting that strip sack and basically sealing the game for us. All right. Stock up to Dave Canales for learning from his mistakes on Monday Night Football. Shout out to him for sticking with the running game. And shout out to Dave Canales for sticking with Chuba Hubbard when Chuba Hubbard was clearly the hot hand in this game. Okay, I do believe that Rico Dowdle got hurt when that first play, like we was talking about, Tony. He got hurt on that first play. All right. But shout out to Dave Canales for sticking with Chuba Hubbard when Chuba was clearly the hot hand for the most part of this game. All right, and him not going back to, well, let me force this and force that, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Shout out to Jalen Coker, all right, for muscling that touchdown. Shout out to Ted McMillan. Shout out to Bryce Young for playing his part. You know what I mean? He had 206 yards. Okay, the running game was running, and like Tony said, when the running game is going, you want your passing game to complement the run game, and that's exactly what happened. Now, mind you, we got to see this more than just once this game and then once 2 games from now. Okay, we need to see this consistently week in and week out for the rest of the season for us to have a shot. But I love to see it Sunday, and I'm glad it happened. Either one of y'all got anybody in your stock up list?
Stock up. You know what? I will say Dave Canales for realizing where he went wrong last week and atoning for the mistakes that he made in the play calling and not going and sticking to our strength. And he came out this week and his confidence in sticking to the script. His confidence in sticking to the script led the players, showed him that they're confident in him as well by the execution of his plays. So yeah, shout out Dave Canales. I'm not gonna try to heap too much praise on him because like I need to see you do it consistently. Now you have 2 weeks to prepare for the Saints who got in your ass at home when that should have been a win on the record books. So now you got to make that right. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Now you got 2 weeks. You got guys that's getting healthy, that's gonna be coming back. So you're gonna be almost at full strength, if not 100% of full strength. But yeah, you got to go make it right.
They said Evero still sucks. I'm not going to say that. I still think he is stubborn in his scheme sometimes and how he goes about his business. I think he has done a better job of making subtle adjustments. Could he improve on that? Absolutely. But you know what? The Panthers need to go out there this offseason and get him some more people. Get him some more people to some more talent to work with. Let me just say it like that. He said you did and I did. Okay, gotcha. I got you. All right, cool beans. Okay, stock down. The only gripe I had out of this game was one, us not taking advantage of that first interception that Mike Jack got. I'm sorry, Mike Jack, but Nick Scott got. And Dave Canales 2-minute drive clock management at the end of these halves is terrible. Terrible. We have almost a minute and 30 something seconds, 40 seconds, 3 timeouts. 3 timeouts. And Dave just sat there and let the clock run. Let it run. Did not call a single timeout. It wasn't until the Rams, it was like 30 something seconds left, and the Rams called a timeout. And I'm like, and my gripe with that is this is a team that you're out there playing. You need to go put up as many points as you can when they're available. Okay. Even if you go down and get a field goal, that's still 3 more points that you can add to the score. You know what I mean? And he has done this multiple times this season. It's like he gets down to the 2-minute warning. And like I said, and we have 2 and 3 timeouts in certain situations. And he's just like, well, whatever. You know what I mean? And with the way this team is playing this year, you need to go out there and take advantage of every opportunity you can to put points on the board. Okay, so that was probably my only stop. Oh, and also the refs. All right, the refs were terrible. I'm sorry, that damn holding call on Jatavian Sanders. I'm still trying to figure out where that hold was at.
Yeah, that was a bullshit
I'm
call.
still I'm still trying to figure out where that was at. So stock down to like I said, the only thing stock down to Canales 2-minute drive management at the end of halves. And the end of games he does good. End of halves it looks like he doesn't really give a damn about it. And it's stock down to the refs. All right, Tony, Will, y'all got anything to add to this?
No, my stock down would be the refs as well. Cause it seemed like they were trying to do everything they could to hand this game to the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Will, you got anything?
No, I don't have anything to stock down, but I do have something to stock up.
All right.
My stock up is the front office, the scouting department, because we have depth on our roster that we just never had 3 years ago, right? Where Dan Morgan has found places that we patch holes, we drafted well, we got depth on the roster. Even with our players out. I mean, think about how we got Mike Jack, right? Think about how we got Latham Ransom late in the phase, like a 5th round pick, right? All of the scouting department plays a big part in that, and all that stuff is starting to metastasize now throughout the entire roster. Stock up to the front office, the scouting department, and the executive staff.
Facts. Big facts.
Facts.
All right. Cool
Big
beans,
Mo.
everybody. Cool. Hey, shout out to Big Mo Legion for he won the tickets to the Rams game. He said, "What's up, fellas? Appreciate it, CJ. My son had a ball, rain and all. I appreciate you entering the raffle, and I'm glad that you had a good time. Let me tell you, and shout out to you, Mo. When I say Mo was on it with those tickets, because usually I send people the tickets, and then I'm sitting there for the rest of the day. Like, did they get the tickets? Did they see them? Did the email not go through? Let me tell you, Mo was on it. Let me tell you, I sent those tickets to him, and I went back because I sent them from my wife's phone, and then I went back and I said, did he get the tickets? And opened the thing up. Tickets have been accepted. I said, I'll be damned. I said, all right, Mo. So I appreciate you, man. I swear I do. That was the quickest turnaround on those tickets all season long. so I really appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I'll be sitting there like, damn, did I get the email address right? And I'm sitting there double checking. I'm like, I hope I didn't send, because a lot of times people have the same email addresses that be off one number, one letter, one character. And I'll be like, damn, I hope I didn't send this shit to somebody else.
Right.
So shout out to you, Mo, man. I'm glad y'all had a good time, dog. All right. Any final words before we get out of here and get into this well-deserved bye week, players and fans as well?
No, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I was going to say some slick shit, but no, I'm a chill. I ain't got nothing.
Will.
Come on, New Orleans, with your funky ass. I need you to pull this one out against New Orleans. Come on, man, baby.
Facts.
That's my last word.
Can't, can't believe I'm finding myself rooting for the Saints this weekend. That's diabolical.
Hey, I threw
Man,
up a
let me
little
tell
bit in
you.
my mouth, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Hey, let me tell you. I hope when they shout who that, they say we that, and to go out there and beat them damn Buccaneers, man. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm rooting for everybody who's beneficial for the Panthers. So yeah. All right, cool beans. Again, I appreciate everybody for joining me. All right. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for the comments. Shout out to all the members of the channel, co-GM, front office member. Shout out to Big Cuz Tony. Shout out to Tip Drill Will for getting up here and joining me. Shout out to Twan Don. Shout out to Poppin as well. Make sure y'all go over there and check out the 704 Charlotte Bound show as well. Good group of guys over there. All right. And before you get out of here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate it. Whatever platform you're watching on, YouTube, X, Facebook, like, subscribe, follow, and I thank you in advance. All right. And as always, Panther Nation, I'm gonna leave y'all with 3 things. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation, get y'all some rest this weekend. Get some stuff done at the house. Chill out. Get ready for the Saints and keep pounding, man. I'll see you.